Shabbat Shalom again. I want to take a moment now to share with you some thoughts about this week's Torah portion. It is called Korach, which is named after a gentleman named Korach, who in this week's Torah portion, along with the Torah tells us 250 others rebel against Moses. Believe it or not, they question Moses' authority, and they question who gave the entitlement to Moses to speak on behalf of the Israelite people. Now, you and I both know this answer. I'm assuming Korach knows this answer. But if we had a Jewish dictionary and we could look up the word chutzpah, we probably see Korach's face right here, right now. Because really? After everything we've been through already, I mean, we experienced the miracles in Egypt, the crossing of the Red Sea, the Exodus in general, the receiving of Torah that Moses played a role in, everything up till now, and now Korach and his friends and his gang want to question Moses' leadership? Oi. Well, we're not the only people who said oi. God in this week's Torah portion also says oi, so to speak. Well, God, as the Torah says in this week's Torah portion, decides to make Korach and his gang disappear. In fact, the Torah says that the earth just opens up, swallows everything about Korach, including all the way down to his possessions. Yeah. So what does this have to do with us today? What can we learn from this? I am so glad you asked. In our life today, just as in the Torah portion, in the biblical times, we get face to face with people that we wish would just disappear, like Korach. But that's just not the reality. You and I both know it's not that easy when we are faced with someone being difficult. In our lives, we're faced with negotiating or mitigating those differences, whether they're friends, family, co-workers. We all wish that we could be like Samantha Stevens of Bewitched and just wrinkle our nose and make them disappear the way God did. So I want to present instead another way of looking at a situation with someone we find difficult and challenging, who may have said something that hurts you. Here's a meditation to think through. Bring to mind someone right now that you may harbor a grudge against or just have a bad feeling towards. But now I want you to revisit the circumstances that you may have brought you into this moment with that person. And I want to suggest a new element, a new way of looking at it, or add a new layer to it. Asking the question, what must have been the shortcoming that caused the person to hurt you or be insensitive to you? In other words, picture the shortcoming that that person has as a wound with a little bit of blood flowing out. I would suggest that that person's behavior or words were a result of their wound, their emotional wound. You see, you may not know how that wound was inflicted, or even if it was self-inflicted. But just being aware that when a person hurts you, they are hurting. I'm suggesting that we can heal them with a little bit of love, a little bit of empathy, and a little bit of compassion. When we visualize these three things as bandages, we can use them together: love, empathy, and compassion, and strap them on over the person's wound. In short, I guess this meditation imagines or teaches us that when someone inflicts emotional pain on us or someone we care about, I want us to think about how they're hurting themselves. We can be compassionate beings trying to heal their pain with love, empathy, and compassion. So, what do we take with us this week from Parshat Korach, the Torah portion of Korach? I would argue is the encouragement that as we do Jewish and we look for that new way to do Jewish this weekend or into the new week, that we try dispensing a little first aid. Try providing a spiritual bandage to someone wounded around you. Shabbat Shalom.